everybody, hello pedestrians, welcome to H-Ero. We'll be playing a town uncovered. This will be part 8 I believe, and I guess we're just gonna continue on with playing some side stories because man, that waiting for that main story to just continue, man. Oof, it's better take a while, guys, but don't worry guys, we have some side stories we could complete meanwhile we wait for the main story to continue. So that's what we're gonna do, play some new or continue playing some side stories from different characters. So let's just do that actually. Let's enjoy the world of A Town Uncovered. Right now, let's go! Hello pedestrians, welcome to the channel of H-Ero. Today I'll be playing A Town Uncovered. This will be part 8. So last time we were talking with director Ashley and getting to complete all the other side stories from different characters. So I think we did some with Mrs. Smith, and we also did some side quests of Hitomi. So we just had to wait about a week for Hitomi. Miss Alloway wait for a weekend. Mrs. Smith wait at home, or just go to the living room at night, basically, or the evening. And now I think we're just gonna do this one with director Ashley, and then later, if we have time, or at least until it goes night, we'll just some side story of Jane, which might interact with this one maybe. So who knows? If I might be able to do Jane's side story. Who knows? But we're gonna do director Ashley. So we just have to go to the lunch at the university cafeteria. So we go here. I see director Ashley eating alone. Let's talk to her. Oh, there you go. Director Ashley? Hmm? Oh, good morning, John. I trust you have been having a good day? Yeah. You doing okay? Are you doing okay? Oh, quite so. Nice early morning, some exercise along with my daily prayers, and then a light breakfast before coming straight to work. Why do you ask? Oh, nothing. It's just, I don't know. Are you looking a bit down? Well, it's nothing major, but a few times I eat in the cafeteria, there is a certain tension in the air around me. Kids make sure to stay at least a few tables away to avoid being heard by the administrator. The stares and whispers are enough to make anyone uncomfortable. Why are you eating on your own? Don't teachers have their teacher lounge or at least a table for them to lunch together? We do have a lounge, but most teachers would rather eat on their own classroom while they do some work. I am not about to complain about good work ethic. Well, why not eat in your office then? Normally I do, but I forgot to pack lunch with me this morning, and you're not to bring a tray outside the cafeteria premises. It is not good look for your university to have a director not respect the rules they enforce. Fair enough. That makes a good point though. Still, why the long face? I thought you were used to most students keeping their distance from you. Well, that's true. It's really nothing really. It's just to have a bit of confrontation back home, and well, kind of made me realize how lonely I am sometimes. Oh. Well, would it be okay for me to join you? You mean it? Don't feel obliged to do so. Really, it's not a big deal. I insist. But aren't you worried about getting a lot of attention from being seen hanging around the administrator? I'm already the new kid in town, Director Ashley. There isn't a lot I could do to draw attention, even more attention to myself. That's true. You have a kind soul, John. Please, go ahead and see. Don't mind if I do. So, how things going for you? So far, so good. One can't complain. The town is really something so far. I met a few nice people I hope to be friends with. That is such a relief. I was worried you might have trouble fitting in the first time I saw you, so I pray you will adapt quickly. Though, I was quite relieved when I first met you, so I knew you would be fine. Relieved? In what way? Well, I was praying every night for a week that you wouldn't be some sort of delinquent or bully or an overall troublemaker. I thanked the good Lord for an hour once I probably spoke to you the first time. You seem like a good person, so I'm sure you won't have any trouble at all to fit in. There you go. Glad to hear I'm glad to hear I made a good first impression. Quite the good one indeed. Oh my goodness. Can we even ask this? Like, let's do this one. So, change of the subject. How's the whole porn busting crusade going? Quite well, luckily. The students from the other day kept the whole I was framed thing for a while. Eventually caved under pressure when I threatened calling his parents. Even pointing finger at his friends when I started adding extra weeks to his punishment. I had 6 people in detention because of it, so hopefully they'll learn their lesson. Quite a good bust then. Quite so. If I could give the students a chance at redemption, then I'll have quite a good week. Plus, they help the university remain looking clean. You have to do hard labor for detention? Depends on the offense. Repeating the offenders are tasked with painting the facility after hours or help cafeteria workers or janitor clean. Dang. First time offenders have extra assignments or help teachers with coursework grading after hours. Everything with approval from parents, of course. Better than just having to hang out in the classroom wasting time. That's a good point. Bonus points for creativity. The path to redemption is through hard work and the Lord, for he said it best. Ephesians 1:7? Right. Yes. Of course. Who could forget? Glad to see a fellow verse enthusiast. I keep them close in mind whenever I need guidance. I found it better to just cite the chapters and verse number rather than the whole verse itself. People kind of tune out when I do that. I get it. No one likes a long sermon. So hopefully citing the chapter and its number will bring the interest in others to look him up and provide them guidance when needed. Is that so? That's kind of you. I'm not about to push my beliefs onto someone else unwillingly. The Lord's are open to anyone and everyone, but they must be the one making the choice to embrace him back. And how's everything at home? You mentioned something happened this morning? Oh, did I? I apologize. I don't mean to go much into detail about my personal life for obvious reasons. Last thing I want to have is the more troublemaking students know where I reside. Fair enough. Still, I hope everything's alright. Oh yes, thank you for your concern. It's just that having to eat breakfast alone for the 100th time tends to get you down, you know? Busy family? They work nearly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and 365 days of the year. I don't really get to see them often. Sounds really unhealthy. Yeah, I really worry about them. Sometimes I hear them late at night still working, but they toss my worries aside, reassuring me that they are fine. Sounds rough. It is, but that's family. And I'm not about to put myself between their career and life goals. I'll always be there if they burn themselves out or need a friend. It's only natural for you to worry, especially if you're working that hard. You sound really loving and attentive of them. I'm sure that they appreciate everything you do. You're so sweet, John. Thank you. Oh, there you go. And how's work been, if you don't mind me asking? I always wondered just how tough can it be to be an administrator? Oh, I don't mind at all. I can be productive and handful, but it is rewarding to see young adults on the path to adulthood. Doing my best to provide them with the safe environment to learn and then achieve your dream is a joy to my life. Or of my life. Do you always want to become an administrator? No, not really. All my life, I felt as if I simply didn't belong anywhere I went. I grew up sheltered by my father and the family name. Never allowed to play with the other kids growing up, or at all. He said I had a quite fragile immune system growing up, so I had to keep myself in a sterile area for the most part, mainly in my room and the manor. Oof. So you're quite sick as a child. Quite so. I suffered from a high fever constantly. My body would ache and grow hot, not to mention I would be overcome with the feeling of anxiety and overall nervousness, sometimes for hours. It only got worse as I grew up. The fever got more intense. Sometimes my whole body would feel as if burning and I would lose control of my legs, not having the strength to stand up for a few minutes up to an hour. That sounds horrible. What do you do? My father taught me to get through it. He would make me take cold baths before rubbing my body with some medicine that would make me numb for the most part. Afterwards, he would make me fall asleep by reading the Bible to me. My father taught me the word of the Lord since I was very young. He would sit next to my bed and read me his favorite verses, or I would sit on his lap as he reads it in his office from cover to cover. He spends a lot of time with me making sure I was safe and teaching me the verses of the Lord. The majority of the most precious childhood memories were with him. He sounds like an excellent guy, the best man I ever known. He was the pastor in the town for the majority of his life. Seeing the way he guided men and women in need was my inspiration. Even when it went against his own faith, he would never turn his back from someone in need. and he will bravely share his belief of free love to anyone around. He will even hold secret weddings for gay and lesbian couples back in the day. Okay, what the fudge? I don't think they do that. Wow, seems like a man with quite the story to tell. I wish he could see how the world has turned now, or if he would officiate a wedding that doesn't have to be in the shadows anymore. I had a really good time talking to you, John. You definitely made me enjoy my off time far more than usual. Glad I could help. It was fun for me too. Still, I feel like I just talked here. I apologize. Please go ahead and tell me something about you. It's not often I get to know a student without consulting their permanent records or having detention or punishment involved. Well, there isn't much to tell, really. Anything you want to tell me? I'll listen. I like talking with you, John, truly. Well, then you put it like that. Director Ashley, there's a bunch of boys shoving one of their nerds' heads into a Again? Ugh. They're going to get it this time. I'm sorry, John, but our conversation will have to continue some other time. It's no problem, go ahead. Thank you so much for today. I won't forget it. Now, unless you want a month painting in the gym, you boys better leave Ian alone. How does she immediately know who are they torturing? Ian is pretty much the bully magnet. Poor guy. Awesome, guys. So that was a long scene with Director Ashley. Don't you think? So I'm gonna see what else I have to do. So I wait for next week with Director Ashley. So we have to wait about a week for Hitomi, wait for the weekend with Miss Alloway, and for Mrs. Smith, Wonder the Night at Home. Wait till next week with Director Ashley. And then all I have to do is go see Jane at night. And then also, I also have this Violet. But I'm not going to do this one yet. Because I did some investigation about Violet. And apparently her story isn't quite long. So I'm not going to do hers yet. Unless there's like literally nothing to do, then that's where I will do Violet. But other than that, I have Mrs. Smith that I have to do Wonder Night at Home. And then there's Jane. So that's pretty much all the sub stories that we could do out of those two. So I'm not sure what to do yet. So let's find out what to do. Okay then, so I guess we have free time, so I really do not know much what to do. We haven't seen the ghost girl lady. Hey boy, what you doing here? Where's your owner? I can see a tag on you. You don't talk much, do you? Oh well, see you later then? Stay out of trouble, you fabulous son of a gun. Nice. Oops, sorry about that. Nice, that you can interact with the dog. Does it have is it a stray dog or is it a ghost girl in disguise? Ooh. You know what I mean? Oh, we could relax on the bench? Oh. I just want to check something real quick since I have free time. So we could do, okay, so obviously we could do Jane and then Mrs. Smith as well. That's the only two characters we can actually do anything. So yeah, so you tell me to wait for a week. Not now. Yeah, I think that's it. So now we're gonna check our skills just to be sure. Oh my goodness, my charisma. I kind of want to know, like, okay, so when we go to class, this is where we increase our intelligence. I don't know where we increase our charisma though. Our strength is at the gym, not the gym, the gymnasium. Stamina's here. Where do you increase our luck? Maybe with the boys with the cards game? Playing with the card game? Where do we increase our charisma? I do not know. What I really need to increase my intelligence. So anyways, we're gonna go home and just, well, I don't know. I guess we're just gonna sleep, I guess, so that we have something to do. So we're gonna nap. Or actually, wait up, hold on, I just got a great idea. Oh snap. I just got a great idea, guys. Hold on a bit, guys. Sorry about that. I just had a great idea. So this will increase our stamina. Did 3 laps. There you go. Now it's nighttime, see? I could have probably used that to like make a... Just give me 1 sec, guys. There you go. To make money. Oh well. Let me just go here. Oh, it's this guy right here. Let's talk to you. Edward, what are you doing here? I could say the same thing for you. My radar are off the chart. There have been high amounts of ghost activity around here. So there are ghosts, and so at the beginning of part 1, there was a ghost lady in white. Just trying to figure out where it all leads to. Alright then. Good to see you there. So there's ghost readings. And the first time we encountered that guy, he has said, he said something about, here's his device reading a lot of meters. Okay. I'm gonna go here, though. Hey, what's up, Jane? Yes, John, do you need something? I wanted to talk to you, talk about something. And that is, I'm busy. I was wondering about your rent. We're gonna do this one. You sent me a text message to your live feed cam? My cam feed? I read that wrong. Yes, as in the website where you strip for cash? You seriously think I'd do that? Yeah, maybe. Is that how you're making your rent money? I'm not a cam girl. Then why are you working? You're practically gone all the time. I told you I paid the rent. I can't just sit around. Mr. Smith will make you pay rent if you don't go to college. That's not that going to be a problem. You'll continue being the golden boy. I'll be the problem attendant with or without stripping in front of cameras. You're not the problem attendant. Compared to you, I am. We're just different. There's nothing wrong with that. Mr. Smith thinks there is. Mrs. Smith knows better. And you and I both know her opinion is the one that really matters. Yeah. Unfortunately, Mr. Smith is the leader of the clan we have to go on. Since I have a job, I can help you out sometime. No, I'll be fine. Yet, you'll have to have some free time at some point. I could introduce you to my friends. Maybe. Do you remember what we used to be best friends? We were young, sure, but we did everything together. You're always clinging to me or Mrs. Smith, saying you're going to marry one of us. Oh my goodness. We're related by blood, guys. Come on, you cannot. Okay, I'm gonna have to say this because we're with her, but you know the drill. I think I said I was going to marry you. Mr. Smith cleared that up for us when he saw us kissing. Oof. We were only 6, but I think it freaked him out. But we stayed close even after that. So how did it get here? I told you, I'm busy and I'm tired. I don't want some BS heart to heart right now. I'll talk to you later. Okay, now that we're done with Jane, I'm just gonna want to make sure. Oh, that we're done with Jane gets to school. Okay, cool. So let's talk to Mrs. Smith, and you can see her from there. I'm gonna have to censor that actually. That looks good. Oh my. Oh man, what should I do? Man, this decision is really hard. Like, cause okay, look. So in my mind, I'm like thinking, for this might be helpful for me for when I show this video on a public platform like in YouTube or in Rumble where I upload. But for this, guys, for those who watch on Patreon, I might want to do this one, but at the same time, I don't want to decrease her likability to me. I want to cheat, like use the cheat as much as possible, but like I want to do it more naturally as possible as well. So I guess I'm gonna go for the Patreon guys who wants to watch it. So let's just do this. Oh my goodness, this angle though. Oh, do I have to click on this? Oh dang. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I thought someone was peeking under my dress. No, Mrs. Smith. It's just me. Jesus, that hurt. I'm so sorry. Come into my arm, baby. I didn't mean to hurt you. It's okay, Mrs. Smith. Come here. I know you want to. Okay. Like this? Hmm? But I'm too heavy. I don't mind. I like feeling the weight. This looks like a certain pose. You catch my drift. You sleepy? Not really. Haven't done too much today? Well, that depends on what you mean by that. It's okay. I'm just pretty tired myself. You don't mind resting your head on my chest, do you? That'll be nice. I'll be able to feel your heartbeat. Oof. I'm not sure if I'm able to show this on a public platform. Lullaby baby on Mrs. Smith's chest. When the sun sleeps, these moons on your rest. When the wind blows, a cooling air drift. Come on, my baby. My nipples are stiff. What is this lullaby? Remember when I sang that to you? You sang that to me? That is so immature. What? You loved it. And heck, you didn't understand what I was saying. You just loved the sound of my voice. I understand them now. Everyone got their own rendition. Never would have imagined that was yours. How's everything going for you? Fine, I guess. Just fine? I mean, yeah, not complaining. Hmm. Nothing at all to tell me? I can't really think of anything. Alright, alright. Why? Was there something you know that I don't? No, I was just making sure. You sure? Sure, I'm sure. Are you sure? I'm not sure. Sure. Mwah. I guess I should thank you for fixing my laptop. It's working perfectly fine now. Hey, no problem. It was my pleasure. Where do you learn to do that? Fix computers? Yeah. At university, possibly? The internet, Mrs. Smith. Ah, of course. How silly of me. The source of all knowledge and answers to the world. Can the internet tell me why my tenant is the best tenant in the world? Landlady, you're smothering me. How can I not? Look at yourself, lying on me, resting in my arms. I miss this feeling so much. It only lasts until you're 3. After that age, you constantly rolled around and couldn't stay on me. What goes around comes around. Luckily, you did. You like it when I play with your hair? It's very comforting. Is it putting you to sleep? Very much so. Don't fall asleep on me, okay? I'll try not to. I still want to talk. Hmm? Tell me a secret, John. A secret? Yeah, something that I do not know about you. It wouldn't be a secret anymore now, would it? It'll be fine with me. Man, this I legit did not know what to do. Love you, I love you more than you think. I have sexual feelings for you. I'm in love with Jane, and I sleep naked. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm gonna have to save this, guys. Give me one moment. Give me one good moment. I'm gonna overwrite this. There you go. Just so that I could like have multiple options when I do it. Maybe if I do like a special episode, I show you like all the options of dialogues maybe. So if I press I love you, let's be logical with this. So if I press I love you, if I choose the first option, she already knows that. I love you more than you think. Be like, oh, what do you mean? I have sexual feelings for you. That's like the obvious secret. And then this is another secret too. And then the last one is like, I sleep naked. I think everyone knows that he does. I mean, Jane does it. If you remember part one, I think everyone knows that he sleeps naked. Because since they're like mother and son, she probably like knows he does. So maybe these two are like an actual secret. I'm gonna pick the middle one because of if you guys want to watch it on Patreon. I'll pick this one just for that reasoning. I have sexual feelings for you. Wow, sorry. That caught me by surprise. I didn't expect you'd go there. I'm I'm speechless. Tell me you feel the same way. I know you do. Don't tell anyone else, but I feel the same way about you. And the reason why I picked this too is because when we fixed her computer, we saw the title of that video that she was watching. Really? Don't tell anyone. This is between us. I know, Mrs. Smith. I'm not stupid. Good. John, is it a curse or a blessing that I'm your landlady? Why would it be a curse? I guess, to put it simply, I could have been destined to be your soulmate by being born earlier. Or, I mean, later. But instead, I've been destined to landlady you. Mother you. Are you regretting everything or something? Oh no, far from that. Just thinking hypothetically and questioning too deeply about the universe has in store for us. You get the most thought-provoking stuff late at night. I think it's a blessing. I mean, I kind of asked for a more better landlady. I couldn't even think of having someone more qualified. Qualified. I'm doing a good job, aren't I? Yes, you are. You warned me then. How so? Kiss me. Tell me I'm drunk. Do you drink? No. Then why? Tell me I'm drunk so I can somewhat comprehend what we just did. Mom! Man, I'm sorry I had to make it really awkward at the same, but come on. You're drunk with love. Oh, why do you have to be so cheesy, John? Well, it's true. I know I love you, baby. I can't help myself. We should go to bed. Yeah, it's pretty damn late. Love you too, by the way. You just made my night. So, there you have it, guys. Yeah, so that was a really incest there, if you know what I mean. So, guys, pedestrians, this will be the end of part 8. I think this is part 8. What an interesting episode. So, this will be the end of part 8. If you want to see more of A Town Uncovered, hit the notification bell to keep you updated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That will help me make more content of this game and maybe other games in the future as well. So, thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy this. Have a lovely and special day. And I'll see you all in the next part. Later, everyone.